One pop asterisk, commentary classic. Went and tell the news, she told the news and done smashed it. Went around and learned the game and got your game mastered. Say you got the T, but she got the T faster. Fool's cool, fool. Lambs, they lay them faster. She's a boss bitch, so you'll never get it past her. Funky Fridays, it'd be fun if you play it right. Me, I like the ladies, so you see me up on ladies' night. Pat got the game tight, play the game so right, so fly. You can let them cry in the same night. One Pat Pooh's got to put the name up in lights. One Pat Pooh's got to put the name up in lights. One thing you ought to know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. One thing you ought to know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. One thing you ought to know, you're fucking with a boss bitch.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, welcome to One Pap Show. One Papoose, aka whatever you prefer. Hey, some of y'all gonna be late, and I'm not gonna be here too long. I just came across some information that I thought, hey, well, you know what? Let's pop this out here and see what is the whole speculated issue about this situation. Now, somehow I kind of knew. I think I have this intuitions. I don't know. But I kind of knew that at some point since the attention, redirected over there, and there's this whole thing with, of course, that catfish person, right? And of course, she's said that she's got to go back around in a circle. Now it's back up with that old Bookham boy. Now, everybody knows over here in this community, listen, if you come for Booker, it appears that that whole kaleidoscope, aka prima donna, will come for you. However, it was kind of indirect, so that, don't that much smoke kick up out here. But I'm just saying, why all of a sudden? Right? Not only that, hey, it is what it is. I'm going to have to rebuttal to this video because I have some questions to it as well. As why now? That's kind of one of them. Prematurely, intermediate level of why, but why now? Hey, if you are just now joining the chat, don't forget on your way in, give this channel a like button. I do hold the Shits and Giggles channel over here, especially when I am on the outside looking in at a bunch of buffale of things that people think that makes a whole lot of sense to do. And of course, a lot of it being perfectly illogical and irrelevant to the fact of the reasons or the answers towards what they are looking for pertaining to this R.kelly whole saga out here. Okay? It is what it is, but check this out, because I'm not going to be here long. Now, I just might, keep the video up, and I may not. I hope for those that are members, moderators, subscribers to the chat, catch my live and support the channel. I appreciate it. Thank you. So now I just kind of want to go here because this one here, let me get this down. I'm going to share my screen. I believe that I am also up on Facebook, and I don't know how. I think I might have clicked the button, and I kind of see it up here at the top. So if I am on Facebook, and if you are very close and as a family member to me, I'm going to need you to keep things to the minimum because I have people out here that has binoculars that likes to look farther than what they need to be, looking at inside of my life. So if you are, and you're my family, and you're catching me on live, because I'm not normally on the Facebook Live, keeping these things separate, right? Hey, welcome to my channel. You caught me, but I'm going to need you to sit back with your hands folded and be quiet and just, hey, follow the rules. Because other than that, contact me later off a screen and I will put you up on some game that's been going on over here on the YouTube street. I did not know I was on Facebook. But listen, fam, I'm going to need y'all to keep your lips closed tight and just watch what I do over here on YouTube. And other than that, if you like it, go ahead and join the channel too. I don't care what's going on, beauty. But let's get into this live here. I do not own the rights to this live. Thanks, beauty, popping in right now. You, the moderator in the chat, holding it down for me for a little bit. And in case you get have some things to do or so, whatever, that's okay. I got it. Also, my finger is on the trigger. Now, I must share this screen because I came across this live, right? And I'm saying to myself, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Well, I think, thank you, boo. I think that, this might have came alive because, let me see what window. I think we're going to do this one here. Is it this one or is it this one? Let's get this one up, right? Because old catfish over there been having some dust back and forth with Bookham over there. Okay, now I'm very careful because right now I'm on my email, so if y'all see the screen blacking out or whatever, that's because I'm shutting it down so I don't make a mistake about some of my stuff coming up. But other than that, I'm gonna go over here, click on video. Let's get it popping. Now since the video is up, I'm here to warn you guys that this video now is showing where Sharon Winbush, assume and allegedly one of Mr. Kelly's closest friend, 30 to 50 years ago, house a cook and a babysitter and possibly allegedly a minute of some girlfriend action thing going on. Now the word on the curb that I've been hearing out here that is possibly that old Sharon Winbush might have had with child with R. Kelly. I don't know that to be true, but I have did years ago. And I don't have the video because it was on the channel that, Bookham kept, want to strike me and copyright. And I took the channel down. And I'm telling y'all, that young girl that I seen work off up in that restaurant and a limo picked her up. It's weird now, because I'm like, could that possibly have been Sharon Winbush's daughter? I don't know. But hey, okay, that's a whole nother story. Again, if you are coming into the chat, welcome to the chat. Hey, I don't own the right to this, but this got to be played, and it is what it is. And the reason why I think that this video is being dropped, this is just my opinion, right, is because hey, Catfish been over there doing a whole 360 and the attack thing with Bookham over there, aka Dana J, right? So all of a sudden, you have Kaleidoscope, which we all know is part of Bookham's entourage team, might have a level of protecting him, security, motherfucker. You mess with Bookham, I'm coming at you now. You can take this video however you choose to take so, but I took it as, oh shit, Catfish, here it comes. Now, you do know that this opens the door up to that whole speculation about that text message. Now, something in this video makes this storyline kind of factual because you can see a connection with Catfish and the cousin for the Levi, right? You can see that. It's there, plain and simple. However, there is a point in this video where, okay, Sharon Winbush, hold on. In one sentence in your context, she tries to make it like, oh, well, no, I don't believe Catfish was aware of what the cousin Levi was doing. But I got a question pertaining to that context also, Sharon Winbush. And that's just hey, it is what it is. Hey, somebody say, roll the tape. Let's get it.
Sympathizer, liar.
Let me know if it sounds okay, Beauty. Can you hear that?
R.kelly to call him. Levi said bringing the federal informant around R.kelly was his greatest chess move. The best golden chess
Does the
move
sound okay?
I've made.
Hey, Lisa.
So him delivering a federal informant to his cousin, in parentheses, fake cousin.
I'm gonna pause that right there. I need a mic check. I need to make sure that you guys are hearing the audio. Okay. Are we having any problems? Are there any problems with the audio? Where's my girl Beauty go? She lacking. I need you on point. I need you on point, Ma. Come on, I need you on point. Because I want to kind of keep it rolling while it's fresh on my tongue and easy to spit. Easy to spit. What's going on, Miss Baker? Okay, you can hear it. Okay, let's roll. I am going to be pausing it, because like I said, I got my questions. And sometimes you got to ask questions to wake up the people out here to get their thinking cap on so that we can continue if you choose to do so. Like, wait a minute. This ain't mathing up. The math ain't mathing, right? What's going on? But again, if you are late making it to the chat, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, join the membership. I also have my other link. Oh, I got to show y'all my new hat I got for the winter before I get off. So remind me to do so. I think it's pretty. It's so pretty, right? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Okay, so like I said, I believe because the reason why maybe, and it's possible, not to be factual, but it's possible that, whoa, why you choose to drop this one, Kaleidoscope? Is it because, Sharon Winbush been, I guess, out here talking or saying some things? Or is it because this is a shot back at catfish and it's time to put the binoculars back on? Are we bringing some awareness back out here? Because I am going to post that old text message back up. Just hold on to see if I can see some parables, something going on, or something that had went on. Let's just say that, hey, if you are coming over into my chat over here on YouTube, I'm going to need you to sit tight if you are a family member, because you all just don't know, but when you call me, you will know. Hey, let's go.
He said it's his best chess move. Levi got Robert to call him.
Well, isn't this something? Why is your picture up there, Catfish? Well, let me tell you why. Because Kaleidoscope had to put that sucker in the mix so that everybody can see clearly who did woman is, Hoppo, who did woman, who did woman. Well, this woman here allegedly is uh, 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 implemented, intricated inside of this whole R. Kelly case, right? With, delivering her professor skills for being an alleged attorney. Oh, but the story gets good because it seems like Kaleidoscope is dropping this so that everybody can be aware of whom that the cousin Levi was actually working with trying to help R. Kelly on a bond or, the freedom back to life. I don't know. It is what it is, right? But this point that I am making is showing you that she'll, I ain't getting this stuff. I'm not in this stuff. And pretty much so was out here literally getting herself involved. Now, the question is, was she doing and practicing this under a law license or just as a confidant of friendship? I don't know. Remember, she did put out there that, she talked to Levi and Levi was on the phone and she did do a three-way call with the R. Kelly and the Levi on the phone. But hold on, because Sharon Winbush's story gets good, y'all, because allegedly she's stating that the cousin for the Levi was something like a fraud, was feeding R. Kelly a whole bunch of stuff. Now, y'all know that we done saw, if we go down memory lane, that whole call, we heard the call-ins with R. Kelly, which led people to believe that the cousin for the Levi was the shit, and he was out here to represent and do X and Y, Z. But we also saw the cousin for the Levi be intertwined and all caught up with R. Kelly ops over there. That goes by the name OCOV. I don't know. And the other name that they used to use, but I forgot that name because they don't use that. And, I haven't used that name in a while because they separated themselves from that group. But he used This lady, the cousin for the Levi. Now, keep in mind, because I don't want y'all to forget, because I honestly believe old Kaleidoscope has not forgotten that the catfish here, who allegedly his law, band branded up, right, was also over with the OCV group. But this is the person allegedly being told by Sharon Winbush and some others, cousin Levi used to also help Mr. Kelly. Now, I need somebody to explain to me is how is it that a person can be trustworthy to do such of a thing if you are a straddler on the fence? 1 minute she's over there behind the scenes and you're digging and you know everything about what's going on with the drunken Larrys and the Angelos, because I believe she even had a couple of phone calls with her Angelo. And you guys want to say that this person didn't implement herself in a case, and she's sitting back there like with her hands folded and all too goody good shoes trying to dig shovel her way up out of this. Come on, not over here. It's not going to work. However, why do y'all think that Kaleidoscope dropped this video? And I gave you my reason, and that is because, Catfish is over there now hitting that book. And of course, Kaleidoscope is going to have a minimum, maybe more than a minimum of a defense for her boy Bookham. And it is what it is. You understand? Let's roll this video because it is juicy.
And continue to call him, not on a regular basis, but infrequently, but enough for him to record him and act like it was more calls than it really was by lying to him and telling him he hired a lawyer for him. Angie Walker was used by Levi uh, without her knowledge, I'm sure.
Now, I'm gonna pause that right there because I don't know if y'all caught the whole episode of when the cousin for the Levi and the catfish started being compatible against each other. Just maybe that was their whole little skit and plan so that they can try to separate themselves because of people probably picking up on, hey, well, what is going on here, right? Then they separated. Then, the cousin for the Levi became a BAN and all of that stuff. But however, the connections were still there and it is still there. And that is why I think that Kaleidoscope, well, oh, girl, you know what? I don't like you, but damn, you did your damn thing on this. So it is what it is. I could say, shout out to your stanky butt girl for putting this video out because you got to know that I love me some stuff like this, boo. Go, but anywho, yeah, shout out to you. I'm woman enough to do that, and I'm woman enough to still say that, hey, I don't care for you either, but it is what it is. We can all get along at some damn point.
But he told Robert he hired a lawyer. She's going to get him out.
Oh.
She is working to get his bond. And that's why Rob would call him.
Now, let's pause that, Sharon Winbush, because I do believe that you're going to go on and say to cover the catfish, right? That she probably wasn't aware of this. If you know what you're doing and you're doing what you know, you are very well so aware of everything, right? What do I mean by that? She knew that a cousin for the Levi was out here, whether if he was out here portraying or for real for R. Kelly, she was on board with it. She was giving the advice and she was giving this and she was on the phones and she was into the meaning of this. So she knew exactly what she was doing. So when you skip trace around that part right there, Sharon Winbush, to sugarcoat something of where, okay, I'm not going to really get the catfish involved, but I know she had a little involvement. I ain't mad at you. Do your thing. It is what it is. But one thing for sure, other people out there can't control what another person's perception or vision is to have their interpretation on what the hell they see. And it is what it is. And I think that that's exactly what you did, Sharon Winbush. But carry on, because another thing, when you say that like that, now I'm under suspicion that, wait a minute, how do you know catfish like that to know to say that? Hold on, boo. There's more to the story.
If you notice, every call he had with Levi, he's asking, what's going on?
Hi, TSW.
Like, what's happening?
Mm,
What are you doing? And
now,
if he wanted,
we 2 minutes in just on this section of this video, and I want y'all to make note of what I'm about to say in case you think that I'm full of shit, because something like this usually don't happen if this person is not part of your focal point that you are, or probably would come back to say indirectly it wasn't about her. But yet then I have literally counted that her picture has been in a still for over the 2 minutes of the time that Sharon Bush been talking. Now, if it's not about her, if we're not going to implement the whole catfish into this shit, most likely most people would have just did a slide through on that shit. But Kaleidoscope stuck this picture up here for quite some time, and that is, in my opinion, is to make you think. Okay, look at it. It's just looking at you. She ain't moved it off the screen yet, but there's more to the story. Let's roll it.
Rob to call him, he would put money on his books and say, urgent, call me, urgent, urgent, call me, as if he had some great news. Or he'd say, great news, call me. So Rob's calling thinking he's got something exciting to tell him, and it would just be for him to record it. And he said Angie Walker was a lawyer he hired. They were working to get him a bond. They were close to getting him out. They had this.
Now that's hearsay, right? But it kind of feels like, it's factual. It makes sense because we all seen them, correlating on their freaking platforms together, and having their dialogues about, well, is this law correct? And can this law do this? Well, what does this law mean? So yeah, you may have seen and probably can, visualize, okay, that, yeah, maybe something like that is going on. However, you didn't hear the bowstring from the catfish about, I ain't in this and I ain't doing this and that I do this. And that was until probably after they fell out, when he started to become a BAN, which is a person that has to execute themselves from being involved in anything. Let me see how I can disconnect myself and wash my hands up with this guy. They fought their butt off, okay? And then all of a sudden, she's not the lawyer for R.Kelly anymore. He doesn't reach out, allegedly, because we know we have behind the scenes shit that goes on, right? But out in front of us, nope, you don't see it anymore, right? So maybe, she took herself off of the R.Kelly case.
Solution to getting him out. So he basically lied to Rob, manipulated him, played games with him to get him to call him so he could record him, pretend like he was a cousin, and then get. You see,
Now pause that, Sharon Wimbush, because if you go back and through Catfish lives, right? I don't know which one, you have to do your research. You will hear her saying that, she was on the phone with the cousin Levi and R. Kelly. So before we move forward on this audio, I think that, pertaining to all of the information that you're sending now to Bo Brentley about the cousin Levi and the possible fraud and all of this stuff, and he was taking the money and sending R. Kelly a few hundreds. Okay, before you do all that, I just want to know that, the information that you plan on sending, is this going to have a thread of information with the back and forth of the cousin brother Levi and the catfish girl? That would be juicy. That would be priceless if you had a thread like that. Or do you just have the information recorded, pre-recorded off of the lives that cousin Levi did, and what you just gonna let the catfish go scot-free, huh? All right, I get it.
All these posts where he's saying his cousin Rob, and he's listing his cash app, saying he's family, and then listing cash app.
Mm,
He's a cousin, cash at me, cousin, cash at me, cousin, cash at me. Family say Rob needs a coat, he needs shoes, he needs something. He'd collect all the money and send Rob a couple hundred and then tell him to call him. He got some great news and pimp him some more. Bo knows. Bo is very aware of it. He has all of the evidence that I have collected on Levi.
okay, so now I have to pause right there, Sharon Winbush, because I do have a question, and it's a why, and it's a how, and it's a when. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? I mean, because the most that I would think would happen, as far as if you have done your due diligence of sending this information in and then the information getting back to R. Kelly, and that would probably be is, okay, R. Kelly making a decision to not have further conversations with the cousin for the Levi. And if that is what has happened, then kudos, because at some point it did need to get shut down out here. It really does. So it's kudos for that. But other than that, when you're shipping it to Bro Brentley, who is an attorney, are we to be looking forward to Bo Brentley bringing charges against cousin for the Levi for committing what? Fraudulent what? Especially when you come out to say that, oh, okay, well, he sent R. Kelly a couple of hundreds of dollars. When R. Kelly accepted it, that kind of solidified, a little lock in between those two. I get it that R. Kelly needs that little extra help out there to move things a little bit forward of a situation that may not be right for him, but he don't know that it's not right for him. I understand that, but I'm just trying to see what's gonna happen because you submitted all of this stuff to an R. Kelly's attorney, Bo Brentley. Other than them cutting off any communications, further communicating with a cousin for the Levi. But let's keep rolling because there's more in this video.
And Levi gonna fuck around and find out.
And how? What's going to happen? It's the extras for me, right? And I thought that I was extra. There was the extras for me. I'm trying to see, what charge would be brought against him. However, Sharon Wimbush, what I can say is what you did could have allegedly substantiated the fact that maybe, just maybe, it wasn't pretty much all of the other people that intricated in them, themselves in this case. Just maybe because you don't have a story like what you just put out from the other people. And this goes also to Kaleidoscope, right? You don't have these type of stories about the other people who names that is familiarly called out here, right? You just got cousin for the Levi. But according to what all of these other people were accused and alleged of doing, they're not in this story. They're not the people now who has a story about, getting in tune and beat and on the phone with an alleged attorney that goes by the name Catfish, but it's Angie with two E's, right? And talking about hiring an attorney. Now, this also explains, which I'm not done putting together yet because it's taking me a little bit of time, right? Getting these videos together as to why. And I understand it But I also, look, I looked and I digged, and these people, Kaleidoscope, here's what I'm saying. Other than what this situation that Don Russell came back to retaliate on, that got himself in trouble because there was no transparency in the situation with the insurance bond and all of that stuff for R. Kelly. And yeah, he went and did some goofy shit on his own and got himself locked up. I think y'all do. Y'all have targeted the wrong man to say that he did X, Y, and Z when you got all of this other shit over here on whom you guys are trying to target and figure out this whole fucking blues clues of the takedown for R. Kelly. And just like Rated R says, it's a whole fucking internet of shit. Of like this octopus shit is just insane, insanely crazy. So this is why I rather stick to my shits and giggle show. On the top of that, it's crazy how catfish picture is plastered all up there, Miss Innocent, church going wannabe girl, right? But you are not going to be able to put Papoose up in none of this type of shit. And I stand on that. None of it. And it's not because of what they like to say. Oh, she's dumb. Oh, she's stupid. Oh, she bald head. Oh, she ugly. And out of all four of those categories, you best to believe that I definitely outsmarted all of the ones who likes to call me freaking names on here, whereas I don't have my face or my name tied into any type of intricating of R. Kelly's goddamn case. Fucking it. Oh, there's more to roll.
7.5 hours of R. Kelly phone conversations from the time he went to jail to present. It's called Surveying R. Kelly. Yeah, I remember when I dropped my R. Kelly interview, you were already talking to them. Yeah, well, I was already in like 200 hours of phone calls to R. Kelly. Yeah. What is he talking about? From the day he went to jail to now. So you hear R. Kelly that.
Now, I believe if, hey, check me if I'm wrong, Kaleidoscope, but I believe that this right here, this title, this show right here, right, came out, scratching my head, before you dropped a Cousin for the Levi in your intro theme song. But you can check me if I'm wrong. But I truly do believe so. But you were doing all of your research and you know all of this and you've been behind the scene following this. But yet then you dropped a theme song that if it's not about the Cousin for the Levi and the Prima Donna and the Dana show, then you ain't talking about shit and do that one. I don't know it verbatim and I don't have it. I wish I did have it, because the person whom you are now trying to put in the highlight along with the catfish is the same person at some point when Dana, aka Bookham, was brothers to a Cousin for the Levi. Y'all need to make this shit make sense. But now, because all of y'all is scattered and falling apart and you protect Bookham and catfish over there up Bookham's ass about some shit making circles because she wants to keep repeating how he lie. Everybody know it. It ain't got to be told because a person done singled you out and told you a lie. It's the one lie for everybody. So if you want to take it personal about it, then that's on you. But yes, the boy says some things that don't make some damn sense or oh well, and that's why I started a shits and giggle show. But no, nobody want to hear it. Nobody want to laugh at it. And look at us now. And that's why I get to sit back now, wait for y'all to drop y'all stuff and decide whether if I want to, let me review this one. Let me review this one. But that's a fact, though, Kaleidoscope. That's definitely, as a matter of fact, I think that it would have been perfect if you would have dropped that intro right behind this posting that you put up right here. It would have been perfect. It would have been perfect. It would be perfect for if you would come out here and actually maybe do some dialogue and tell the community over here, why did you separate yourself from, or why did you edit it out, the cousin for the Levi? And I'm already pretty sure that it's because of the fallout of Dana and the Levi. And you was like, oh no, you don't be coming at my boy. I'm taking you off of my damn intro song. And it's the same thing with the catfish now. Oh, catfish, you don't be coming at my boy. Now your ass is going up here so that people like me can continue on thinking that, oh, so you did try to have some involvement. Oh, so it was a fact that catfish was on the three-way call. And see, this is why she can shoot her shots over there to book him about him ain't never getting the call, even though that's kind of funny, catfish. All right. I laughed at a little bit of your shit because you be sounding like you be popping pills while you trying to say it, and I be cracking my butt up over here. But anywho, we got more to roll.
Man, I gotta get out of here, man, get the bail. You hear that, to him transitioning, to he's not going anywhere, to charges being trumped up, to everything, his whole transition to today. And he's talking to you about it. No, he's talking to my partner Levi. Okay. Some of it he's talking.
When you protecting your pussy nigga that you know had hands in fucking Rob Pace up and had hands in getting Rob sentence, nigga.
Now, in case y'all didn't get that, when he stated, when you over there with your hands in that, PUSSA, yeah, he was talking about hands in, with the catfish, the Angie with the two E's, right? Saying that even though we know Bookham done named everybody in their mama about messing up R. Kelly's case, right? But, just to hear this part, kind of validates, oh, yeah, y'all were. But however, did the cousin for the Levi only went over to sweeten up old catfish just to kind of pull the information out of her and help her get on board because he needed some help, to see, can he free R. Kelly on a Valentine's Day or on President's Day or Martin Luther King Day or on Christmas Day. I don't know. However, did the alleged attorney decided to say, well, by golly, yes, I will help you. Was it for attention? Because she knew goddamn well that she wasn't licensed to intricate herself inside of R. Kelly case and didn't even turn it off. She didn't even step back to say, ho. No, I can't get involved in so and so. To me, that's what a decent, non-hired attorney would have done, right? Well, yeah, okay, I can come on the screen and talk about it and do X and Y and Z, but to be on here hearing where it's played out that a Sharon Winbush is also stating that a cousin for a Levi, and now Kaleidoscope is putting out this freaking video, which clearly shows that, okay, she was doing some underhanded, underlaying, or whatever, behind the scenes to help do X, Y, and Z for this R. Kelly. Now, there is some comments that I would like to show, but then I have to, let me stop sharing the screen because that's the end of that video that I thought was just, okay, but let me stop. Let me get off of this for a second because I want to go here. Let me take this back because I don't think that it's going to actually show it, right? Let me see. No. Oh, I don't want to share. Okay, let's shrink that back down. Let's see if I can go here. I don't know. But there's a comment that is very, very, interesting to read, right? And, to give you some insight on it. However, well, that happened. But I'm going to fast forward this story, but still on the same, subject, right? If you go here, right, this is what led me to believe, like, oh, you know what, Sharon Winbush? That's got to be some truth to it, right? It's got to be. Oh, I have emails coming through so fast, y'all. I can't keep up with them sometimes. But let me see if I can enlarge this here. Hold on. Y'all remember? Oh, shit. I meant shoot. Y'all remember this capturing, right? Y'all remember this one, right? And this one right here. Oh, God, I cannot. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I can. Okay, there we go. I can get it. I can get it. I can get it right here. Y'all remember this one, right? So, with that being said, and Kaleidoscope putting out what she put out, I'm just saying that there has to be, or could possibly be, or it's 99% that you were doing the most. She was doing the damn most. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Dana J, aka Bookham, right, and Kaleidoscope get the digging a little bit further to see, what really kind of went on in this message. But as you guys can see, this was something that the catfish literally wrote, as a text message with, I guess talking to cousin Levi, and it's about, probably obtaining more information to see how she can continue to help out in a case that she should also, just as well as all of them, other people should have not put themselves inside of to complicate things any further. I'm going to send you separate texts. She's talking to allegedly cousin Levi. So I'm just showing you how there is a connection somewhere along with what Sharon Winbush was saying about cousin Levi hiring an attorney to help either get R. Kelly a bond or whatever the case may be with R. Kelly. The connections is there. You were a busybody, but you sit out here like you wasn't involved in anything. And you, like, girl, you were. They are trying to create an inquiry. Now, we don't know who they are because she doesn't, assert it inside of her post. And this is how they all talk. So only those two individuals who are texting back and forth amongst each other knows who the they person is, okay? They know, right? Now, what behooves me about this is that you had the cousin for the Levi come out, and because of Dubosky Gunn's behavior and the things that he was saying, and he was this and he was that, throw in a whole anchor boat. This is my opinion, and it could have been done for some distraction, some deflection or whatever, because it was going to take the eyes off of what was going on over there, and with the drunken Larrys and the all of those arguments up there, because Dubosky was objecting to a lot of stuff and having a lot of beef with what was going on. I can clearly see that. So you know what? Let's come after Dubosky Gunn. Let's make a big thing about this, because if we can get him off of his gear, off out of his lane with his focus on us, then we can continue to do what we doing over here behind the scene. He's causing too much distraction. Let's build, let's make up something, let's put it out there, and let's do it. We can, and so we can do what we do. They are trying to create an inquiry for Sylvia to be investigated for opening the defense fund. Nobody questioned that. How does she know that? This right here, I was curious about, because you know what it made me think about was the same thing where we sitting here listening to about these people getting R. Kelly's emails, but yet then you got a person sitting on her platform or wherever she's at talking to a cousin Levi, telling directly on she can get some things. Who are they? They are trying to create an inquiry. And who in the heck would that make you guys guess on who they are? I'm just saying. All of a sudden, man, this case went buku freaking crazy. Can you ask her if she had access to the defense fund? Now, I don't know if that seems to be important to you guys, but it's very important. It was when I read that. Can you ask her if she's part of does she have access to the defense fund? Now, I know to you guys that this can possibly seem like that, this is a friend, or I'm worried about her, or I want to make sure, but this can also be lined up as a goddamn informant freaking question also. Why does she need to know that? What is she finna do? But she also states in here that, well, maybe I can help Sylvia. And sometimes you can take that as an underlay for the overplay and have your ass set up and them people coming after you, period. You have to be very careful on how you answer a person's question. Here's one reason why: because you don't even know that mother sucker. Why in the heck would Sylvia? I'm just saying, it would have been nice if she'd have asked. I'm just saying, right? But why would a person who don't know a person, who comes out and asks you a very direct question about a situation like this, when there was a whole big fight about who was doing the XYZ with the defense fund? Not only that, she asked on this text message, right, to who, I believe was cousin for the Levi, can you ask her if she had access to the defense fund? So it's either true or not true, because she already came out at some point, I believe, and established her opinion about, oh, Bookham was over the defense fund, or Bookham did this with the defense fund. But now that she wants to know about whether if Sylvia had access to the defense fund. Now, I may be out of order on the timing on that, or whether if it came before or it came after. Hey, I'm just putting this in my perspective of you ain't shit either, catfish, period. This is all internal, not external. It's internal talk. So y'all don't supposed to know all of this. Now, you know what I and how I, how I looked at that? Oh, this is such bullshit. This is some straight up freaking overlay, underlay. I want to sound professional, like I got hands on deck to make something happen. Fake, fraud, and a catfish. I'm sorry. Y'all do it and look at it however y'all want to. Can't nothing happen to me about how I choose, how I want to look at it. And that's exactly how I look at it. This is all internal talk. So y'all don't supposed to know, then, but I'm a secretly behind the scenes jeopardize, my position and all of that, because it's a secret. But I'm telling you guys because I know a secret about, these people that are called they're trying to create an inquiry. So I need to know this. It's almost like a slight intimidation too, right? A scare tactic. Yeah, I need to, because I can fix and do this. I can't stop it. I can't stop it from becoming an inquiry, but I can add a note saying that Sylvia did not set up the defense fund. Now ask yourself, for a person who does not know the exact truth, that she was willing to take somebody's information, such as Sylvia, had Sylvia come out to give her this information, don't know her, ain't her best friend, ain't her cousin, ain't nothing. You finna risk your alleged job by putting in possibly some fraudulent information to protect Sylvia, and you finna note that in what? And I wish you would have done it. I wish you would have done it, and the people would have found out, and then all of a sudden Sylvia's being brought in and questioned, and then it all still falls back on you because you were willing to do allegedly some fraudulent information into your job freaking system to help clear Sylvia, a person who you don't even fucking know. Listen, y'all, let me move on because I get heated when I'm doing the CATFIFISH. I get, listen, it just triggers me. Oh, but anywho, this ain't about her totality. Okay, so now you go on to say, I can't stop it from becoming an inquiry, but I can add a note saying that Sylvia did not set the defense fund up like I did for Levi. So there you go, Sharon Winbush. So now there's a question. There's something for you to look into, Sharon Winbush, or let's go find out to see because they probably done erased it, deleted it, burnt it, pissed on it, shit, you name it, where it don't exist. But hell, if she went to go and set up if catfish, aka two Angies with two E's, I just said two Angie's with two E's, right? Right. If you can sit out here and say that you can add a note for Sylvia and then turn around and say, like you did for Levi pertaining to that defense fund, then this would clearly substantiate everybody's opinion out here about okay, well, Bookham was over the defense fund. You done executed, you done eliminated, you done depleted a cousin for the Levi name all off of the defense fund. So now you want to help Sylvia and take hers off. Why you ain't help Bookham? Why Bookham ain't in here and you was gonna help him? And this is exactly why the kaleidoscope got your damn picture plastered. You can't make this shit up. Y'all hit the like button and share the freaking channel. Hey, and if you like it, man, join the membership over here. Pap is coming back slowly. I try to squeeze in some time when I ain't working and stuff, but let's go. You can ask Rogers and Blockbender that let me see if I can I move this up? No. Oh shit. Okay, wait, well, we get it right there. We get it right there. That I Where we at? Where we at? You can ask Rogers and Blockbender that I with meaning catfish, meaning Angie with two E's. The person who ain't got shit to do with all this, but then was a straddler over there, was working and visiting and all up in the OCV personal private chat groups and stuff, and they don't even know what the hell catfish was looking like or nothing. It took somebody to wake up over there and was like, wait a minute, we're sharing a lot of stuff, right? We're sharing a lot of stuff, and we don't even know really who this lady is. All of them know who each other are. All of them have been they seeing each other visually all on screen, or they're doing probably FaceTime. They're calling each other, but then they got somebody sitting over there all undercover. Listen here, they hurry up, y'all. I ain't kid y'all now. When they found out, when that particular person who I think might have been Tears, OCOV, right? When she was waking them up over there, man, they hurry up and kick catfish ass to the CURB. If you don't get your imposterous informant ass, we don't know you up out this damn group. They hurried up and got rid of that goddamn girl. So I have to give them a little bit of shout out for waking the hell up. But half of it I give y'all the shout. I'm going to keep my out to myself because I understand that the deliverance of my freaking lives over here were upsetting everybody, mainly because it was the truth. And nobody wanted to hear the fucking truth of what I was saying. And I sat back and watched a lot of y'all reap what you sow. But I'm woman enough now to be like, I give you your shout out. I'm going to give you your shout out. But I know what I was talking about and what the hell I'm saying. But it keep on ignoring me, but it's came back, though. Come back to bite. This is so, she says, that I kept Levi's name off of that inquiry. Now, here's another question. Who put the inquiry out about, who put an inquiry in about a cousin Levi? Who was questioning all of that? Was overseeing this freaking defense fund? Well, let me give you my opinion. Y'all remember when it came out and it flipped like the dollar for the king stuff? That could have been anybody that was reporting a lot of stuff in, not feeling comfortable with it, start feeling that their money was not being, put place to where it was supposed to have a place at, and blah, blah, blah. That could have been anybody. Anybody could have been doing that, right? But what did she do? Allegedly probably found out this type of information, and guess what? Went to go and do her Captain Save a whole moment for a cousin for Levi to take him off. And guess what? The whole dollar for the king shit show just disseminated in front of everybody. Just went poof. It's over with. It's done. It's done. That argument went on for a minute, right? I was sitting back here laughing my ass off. And I'm going to tell you why I laughed my ass off. Because I don't care how a cliche sometimes may sound. It was clicking, right? Dollar for the king. They ain't get my goddamn dollar. Not a single one. None. Not a coin, not a piece of lint, not nothing. So I had no place to come out here to be arguing against nobody because I didn't have a dog in that fight because my money wasn't in no dollar for the king freaking funding. I didn't give a shit. So now she says, well, this is so effed up. I won't be able to catch all of the shit people may try to do under her name. Now, who died and left her in charge of trying to catch a bunch of people that is doing X, Y, and Z pertaining to Sylvia's name? Who died and left her? I'm just showing you guys that how she literally pushed herself also inside of and around up and down R. Kelly case to what? Become somebody? Was supposed to bolster her proof about who her character was? What was it? Because you ain't gonna find nothing of any kind of Papoose doing no shit like this. And it's not because she would tell you that, oh, well, you don't have the qualifications for it and you don't do it. And no, it's not because of that. It's because I know with common sense that I don't have no business merging myself, or even if I did have the qualifications in a big law firm, inside of someone's case that I did not belong in. It was just a common sense rule. So you don't have to have a degree or anything like that to know of that being a fact, because it's a fact. You call it nose out, nose your nose ass up out this case, because there are some things that you can complicate this case on that I probably can't uncomplicate, or neither can his attorneys. That was his attorneys of this case. But no, you were busy, busy, busy. This is so effed up. And I won't be able to catch all of the shit. What were you going to do? What could you have done, Catfish, if you were able or in a position to catch all of these people that tried to do, that did, or what they were trying to do to Sylvia a name? What were you going to do? Well, what were you going to do about it? You know what? Because truth be told, if a Miss Sylvia was smart enough, and just that little part of that paragraph, right? This is so effed up, and I won't be able to catch all the crap that people may try to do under her name. The first thing Sylvia should have asked herself, well, who are you, and why is it that you think that you're the person that can help clear my name or get these inquiries? See, Sylvia, because I'd asked you, what the fuck for? What are you doing this for? Who are you doing it for and with, right? Because you got, infamous Sylvia back then, to me, seemed like she could have been easily tricked. Easily, right? She could. She ain't vulnerable, right? And that's because, she, people coming at her. She felt desperate about this. She needed a team of this. She got to have position herself with this people and this people. She started to bleed. All Sylvia was just all over the place with some damn shit for some damn friends and shit, and did not guard herself first. I saw that, and it is what it is, and I don't care what nobody's saying. But at the same time, that's the questions that I would have been asking you. Why you want to do this? Well, who are you? And the crazy thing is about it is, especially with, cousin Levi, let's just for a second, if he's reaching out to you and he's saying to R. Kelly that, hey, I got an attorney to free you, then that means that cousin Levi will actually have your business card, your certificate to practice law, and motherfucker, you over in Florida. How in the hell you were going? Is that the same jurisdiction, or do you? Oh, I get it. You're gonna come out here and be like, well, I can do it because I have the law to practice in all the jurisdiction. Girl, I can see you saying it if you had not already said that before. If you guys are still in the chat, let me see you guys are still in the chat by hitting me at least a 1 in the chat. I'll know you guys are there in the chat, and it also let me know that you guys have hit the like button to the channel, and I appreciate it, right? Actually, she don't have to, and then there's the rest of it, right? It's been MIA. Nobody has been able to display the second portion of this email. Okay, so if you have it, send it to me. Actually, she don't have to tell. She set up the defense fund. She don't have to tell that she set up the defense fund, but she just needs to tell, something else, right? And then what Catfish was gonna do was go and try to clean it up. Ain't that some crazy, 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 crazy shit? But what you not gonna find once again is a papoose involved in between on nothing of confusing or complicating Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's case at all. Those group of set of people. But I developed a shits and giggles show, right? And this right here is a prime example of why I was laughing, did shits and giggles. I had laughed at all this shit. Cause I could not believe a whole bunch of shit like this was like literally, I'm like, oh my God. So, when I listen to Rated R and he goes like it's a whole internet like the people like they everywhere and everybody had their little part and their little hand into making, R. Kelly's case as complicated, I'm going to say, to understand or to follow with the crap that happened on YouTube, not in the court. I can separate the two, right? Not that, but anywho, y'all, I went live so that you guys can come on here, to say hello, share some love. I was gonna show y'all my hat I just had made for the winter. Check it out. It is also on the link in the about page under the spring tea. Go ahead and support me on the One Pap winter hat. If it's cold in your area, go ahead. It's not gonna kill you. And order you a hat over there, and it's got the One Pap logo on it. And I've been wearing it. I'm gonna snap a picture and put it in my post on my community board. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. I don't ask people to do anything negative as far as dumb down. If you don't like it, then just leave it alone. Don't hit that dumb down button on there. Now, y'all go be safe out there because it's a lot going on. Shout out to all of the people who was, supporting this Don Lemon situation that is occurred out there. I posted on my community board something that I have never heard of. And the government is alleging that they indicted him under the violating for the fair, the race fair, is it Fair Race Act? I got to go on my page so I put on it right. And y'all, who would have ever known? Who would have ever known? Who would have ever known that it's a bill like that? This bill was passed by Bill Clinton, in May 26, 1994, that the government felt that they can use to support what will be their argument coming up when this crap start, right? To indict these people on. And they're using, of course, their First Amendment, for freedom of speech, the right for to be a journalist and go and do their reporting and things like that. So, and from what I'm hearing, they said that there is also some clauses and stuff that's also written in the Constitution that protects a journalist's rights out there. So I think that it, became a deflection to take a lot of the attention away from the Minnesota thing. However, this stuff has circulated. I watched the protests going on over there in LA, like it's hitting every state out here. So, be careful. Hey, and if you're out there and you're doing the protest, hit me up on my email because I like to, talk to you to see, hey, what is it like out there? What they're doing? Are you staying safe and all of that good stuff? But in the meantime, between time, because I am taking the baby boys, Kiwan, Keandre, and Mr. Noel. Well, we got 6 o'clock tickets to go over to the see the big monster trucks this evening, and then we're going to stop and have pizza. So that's my night for tonight. I'm going to try to, because I want to review these other videos, right? It's just there's a two more videos that I'm kind of looking at, and they are pretty freaking long, like 3-4 hours long. So just to pull some of my bullet points out of there that I just kind of wanted to have a review on. Those videos I'm not doing them as to have a shade or back and forth beef argument. It's just some awareness that I thought, hey, let's take a look at this right here. Y'all know what? Good night. Peace. Hit the like button on your way out.
One
Boom.
pop asterisk, commentary classic. Went and tell the news, you told the news and done smashed it. Went around and learned the game and got your game mastered. Say you got the T, but she got the T faster. Fool, fool, fool. Lambs, they lay them faster. She's a boss bitch, so you'll never get it past her. Funky Fridays, it be fun if you play it right. Me, I like the ladies, so you see me up on ladies' night. Pat got the game tight, play the game so right, so fly. You been left and cried in the same night. One pat, who's got to put the name up in lights. One pat, who's got to put the name up in lights. One thing you ought to know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. One thing you ought to know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. One thing you ought to know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. What you know?